Hello, I'm Dylan. I am the coach at HorizonCoaching.org. Please click the link if you're interested in hiring me as your life coach. I wanted to talk to you today about leaders and leadership and bosses, maybe a little bit, and get you to understand how they affect our lives and how they affect our thinking. In my opinion, there are three types of bosses, and I've had the good fortune of working with two types and the bad fortune of working with one. The three types of leaders that are out there are: one, authoritarian; number two, the empowerer; and number three, the wishy-washy. The first is really simple. They're the boss that hires you, or the leader that says, can you do the job? And you say, yeah, I'm qualified to teach in the classroom. They say, can you teach this curriculum? Here is what I want you to teach. Here are the lessons. Here's what I want you to say. And you say, okay, it's not how I would prefer to do it, but no problem. And that is how you are measured. Can you meet their standard that they want from getting from point A to point B? They say, you do it this way. And you say, okay, easy. The second type of boss. They're the boss that says, hey, how are you? We'd like you to be able to get to point B from point A. Can you do that? And you say, yeah, I can. I have a few different ways of thinking about getting there. But yeah, I'm quite confident and I'm qualified to get from point A to point B. And they say, great. Get to point B by this time and you've won and you've succeeded and good job. And you get excited. You're like, yay! Because they've empowered you to be good and being the best version of yourself. The first one is just telling you to do a job. They're telling you how to do it, and you're just going in and doing it how they want it done, and being measured by that. And the second one is saying, hey, we want you to use your creativity and your mind and your intellect and yourself and your background knowledge to succeed, and that's how you get there. The third type. The third type is the closet authoritarian. They're the friend coach. They're wishy-washy in their thinking. They say, or they ask you, hey, Dylan, can you get from point A to point B? And you go, yes, I can. I'm highly qualified and I can do this. And they say, well, tell me, how would you get there? And you say, oh, great. This is how I would do it. And I would go like from A to vortex B to vortex D and then back to vortex B or whatever, or to point B. And they look at you and they go, no, you are wrong. You go, what? You've just asked me if I can get from point A to point B. I've just told you that I can. I've just given you a way of showing you as an idea of how I'm going to do it. And you've told me that I'm wrong. Because in their mind, they are an authoritarian. They just wanted you to come up with the answer that they wanted. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for most of us. It makes most of us feel a little sick to our stomachs because it's not fun. You know, it's just not how it works. It's not how we feel the best of ourselves. It's not how we are the best version of ourselves. The best version of ourselves is when we get to decide how to direct our own lives. Because really, at the end of it, our name is up on the marquee. Not anyone else's, not our husband or our wife or our boss or our job or whatever. It's just our name. We're the star. And we have to live our life to the best of our ability and get from point A to point B as simply as possible, or however we would like. Maybe it's complicated. Doesn't matter. It's our choice. And a lot of the times, though, society builds in this idea that you have to do it this way. They want you to come up with this idea that, well, it's your choice. But really, it's not. Really, it's somebody trying to be an authoritarian without, well, really being an authoritarian. I'll give you one more example before I let you go. I'm a vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian for a long time. I don't eat meat. I don't eat chicken. I don't eat fish. I don't eat beef. I don't eat pig. I don't eat ostrich. Anyway. If you do, that's cool. That's your choice. Steakhouse is a good example of an authoritarian. Why? Because it says, we serve steak. If you want to eat steak, you can come here. If you don't want to eat steak, you don't have to come here. As a vegetarian, I say, well, okay. You are not who I would prefer to work for. That's fine. You know, a smoothie shop or a salad place where you get to pick your own choices and make choices, like Chipotle, where you get to kind of create your own burrito. That's empowering, because you walk in, you say, I'd like this type of tortilla, I'd like this type of bean, this type of salsa, this type of rice, and then suddenly it's your own. It's maybe not limitless options, but you're choosing it for you. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to be that way. The worst, though, is being the vegetarian on the airplane. When you forget to make the phone call. You forget to say, hey, yo, I'm a vegetarian. I need a special diet. No, you get the menu. The menu clearly says, every time, it says pasta and chicken, or pasta and beef, or pasta and fish. And the steward comes by and says, oh, what would you like for dinner? And you say, pasta. And they say, how about chicken? Because we don't have any pasta. And you go, well, but you just asked me a question. You just asked me if I want pasta or chicken. And I told you pasta. And you've said, but we don't have any more pasta. I want to give you chicken. Well, that's the closet authoritarian. And it's a very, very hard place to be in. And a lot of us are in that position, not only from the outside world, but also from our big boss. And our big boss happens to be, not me, ourselves. And sometimes we know where we want to go. We know it's on the horizon. We know we have kind of an idea of what's on the other side of it, or what we'd like the other side of it to look like. But we're a little bit too afraid of going against some sort of underlying authority that's kind of guiding us, and we feel like we have to stay true to that, and we don't. We have one life. You have one life. I have one life, and it is your name up on the marquee. That's it. By yourself. You are starring your life, and if you need some help, please contact me. I would love to work with you. Have a good day. Ciao.